How did your guys bounce back after? How's practice been?
Practice has been good, but it's been good all year long in terms of we've got kids here with great attitudes. Things are not the most ideal situation on our side of the ball, as you well know. We're fighting some uphill battles, but the fact of the matter is we've got enough talent. We're young, we're not experienced. We're beat to all get out. We're not healthy, but at the end of the day, you got to find a way to win. After the Duke game, why I acted like a kid in a candy store is the fact of the matter is we were in some adverse waters and made a couple plays to win the game. We didn't do that last week. All right. With all that being said, with all the stuff that's against you, you got to find a way, and we didn't find a way, and we didn't. All right. And we're not going to sit here and finger point whenever things aren't great. So what we got to do is find a way to move the ball enough, be efficient, and find a way to attack this Virginia defense, who we think is excellent.
How frustrated that you're coming to the end of year 2 now and you're sort of having to piece everything together. It's not really the plan.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
All right, you can sit and you can complain. I would love to see this team stay healthy. I'd love to have those 4 backs right now. You'd love to have all that. But the fact of the matter is that's not where we're at. Mm-hmm. And whenever you're in these situations, you fight your tail off. That's why I think we've got great coaches, we've got great players, and they're going to fight their tails off to do everything in their power to win. And that's all we can do right now, and that's what we're going to do, period, end.
When you review what Motley did in that last game, how do you rate his performance in that?
I think Motley did some good things. We got to have him to hold on the football. We got to get him in there more. If there was something that I would love to have back, I'd love to play it, to have him play a little bit more. But again, he's in a situation where there's only certain things that we practice with him, so those are the certain things that he's going to do. And can he have the whole kitchen sink and everything like that? No, because he hasn't been practicing the way that the other 2 were practicing. And I'm really excited about him. I was excited about him in spring football. I was super excited about him before he got hurt in training camp. And the fact of the matter is he's helping our football team right now. And we need to use every resource that we can use. And that's what we're going to do this week. We're going to use everything we got, and we're going to go find a way to compete and give ourselves a chance to win. That's what we're going to try to do.
You said you don't point fingers, understandably so, but given that, do you look yourself in the
Absolutely.
mirror and say, can I do things to simplify this for these guys because maybe things are a little too complicated right now, or is it too late to do that?
Things aren't. You always ask the player, is this too complicated? And the players are not saying it's too complicated. We are significantly scaled back, and we have been scaled back. We would have never had to scale back. I looked at the Ohio State game plan yesterday, and there's a reason we beat Ohio State. It wasn't because it was a simple. It was sound. It was attacking. We had all our birds in place, and right now, whenever you're this, you have to scale back, and we have. And you've got a guy right now that's playing right tackle that was a Division III defensive lineman, in which he's going to be a great offensive lineman. I'm so jacked about him, it's unbelievable. But you also have to have some reality too. And you absolutely look at everything. You look at yourself. You evaluate whenever you're in situations like this. Every play matters, and you evaluate. You guys evaluate it. I evaluate it. You overanalyze every single thing because every single play matters. And if you go back and you look at the Duke game, those 2 plays that we made were the most critical plays in the game, and we made them. And you could look at 3 or 4 or 5 things that we did in that last game. The game's over, but it's not. We didn't do it. And that's just, it is what it is, and we got to go find a way this week to make those 4 or 5 things happen and not turn the ball over, not put our defense in a bad situation, and fight our tails off.
I sense, and correct me if I'm wrong, I sense some more urgency in your voice just than natural.
Well, hey, the thing of it is that this is a big week, and every week's big here. And you gotta have You know, you got to have some type of edge to you, and you got to go. And that's the way our players are approaching it. That's the way our staff's approaching it. And heck, this is the big week for. It is our week. It's a huge week for Virginia Tech, and I don't care if the things were perfect here right now. The urgency in my voice would be the same because it's a big ball game against a huge rival. I've been a part of it for, this is only my second one, but I get it. After going over there last year, I understand it. I understand the urgency. I get it. I totally get it. So it didn't matter if things were perfect right now and we were rolling, it'd be the same way.
A couple of weeks ago at Duke, Daddy Nicholas was over kind of giving the offensive guys
Yeah.
a pep talk, and we saw Bud kind of give Brewer a little bit of a
Yeah.
pep talk. Is the chemistry, because when we look at it and say the offense is struggling, the defense is pitching a shutout, they must hate each other, what's the mood?
Not at all. You know, you can look back in this season, and when things didn't necessarily go right over there and things went right with us, there was no finger pointing. And that, at the end of the day, all right, we're in this together, and I can honestly say, you know, I've been in those locker rooms at times that we say we're all together and you're not. And that's not the case. And the formula that's being created here, and it's a shame that the things happen the way that they've happened this year, but it's a click away from being really good. And you'll always find out about people, coaches, players, trainers, weight people. You find out about your program whenever things aren't going the way that you want them to go. And it is what it is, and we've got good people here that are sticking together, and that's not fake. And that's not talk. That's not talk to the media. That's real.